You might be wondering, what is Figma? Well, imagine you are building a castle out of Lego bricks. Each brick represents a part of your design like buttons, images, and text. Figma is like your magical Lego box, but for designing things on your computer. Instead of using real bricks, Figma lets you drag and drop digital pieces to create websites, apps, and so much more. It is like having a giant digital playground where you can bring your wildest ideas to life. With Figma, you can work with your friends just like when you and your buddies build that epic Lego castle together. You can all work on the same design at the same time, no matter where you are. Plus, Figma is super easy to use. You do not need to be a computer whiz or a rocket scientist to figure it out. If you can click, drag and drop, you are already on your way to becoming a Figma master. So, let's understand a little bit more about it.
So guys, we are done with our research phase where we have conducted interviews of our target audience. Then we have created a report out of those interview data. Then we created the persona, the real user persona for our business, for our product. Now it's time to create, or now it's time to design the overall product using a UI designing tool like Figma. There are multiple other UI designing tools in the market as well, like Adobe XD, InVision, Studio, Sketch, and tons of other tools as well. But series, we are going to use Figma as our UI designing tool. Also, I'll recommend you to use or master any one specific UI designing tool. You don't have to master all the tools like Figma, Adobe XD, or Sketch, because end of the day all these UI designing tools provide the same feature, right? There is only slight difference in all these tools, but all in all of these provides the same feature. Also, I'll mention like why I prefer using Figma when I need to design a product. So guys, without further ado, let's start with the video. So the first question which is in front of us is, what is Figma, right? And as I already told you that Figma is a UI designing tool, here I have mentioned a small definition about Figma, like it is a cloud-based design tool that gains popularity for its collaborative feature and intuitive interface. It allows team to work on a design in real time. Yes, this is the key feature that Figma provides. It allows you and your team to work on a single product in real time. But overall, it is a UI designing tool, in user interface designing tool, right? Let's go to the next slide. Here I have mentioned the key features of Figma, which will help you to understand like what Figma can do, right? The first key feature is obviously product prototyping. You can design your product, you can design the user interface of the product in Figma. And the second feature is graphic designing. Yes, you can do graphic designing as well, because UI designing is almost like the graphic designing, where you need to learn the principles of graphic designing as well, like color combination, color science, then button psychology, and the knowledge of different type of fonts. So if you are a graphic designer or a UI designer, you need to learn about these things. That's why there's a pretty similarity between UI designing and graphic designing. But definitely these two both are different career fields, but kind of have same uh, traits. That's why this Figma tool also provides the same kind of feature like product prototyping. Along with that, you can do some kind of graphic designing as well. Also, in the upcoming videos, I'll show you how you can do some graphic designing in Figma as well, so that you can get the idea about the tool properly, right? Now after this, in the next slide, I have mentioned the major advantages that Figma provides if I compare to the other tools in the market. The first one is real-time collaboration. Yes, you get the real-time collaboration. What you need to do is you just need to invite your friends or invite your teammates who are working on the same project, and they'll be able to work in the same product or same design on in real time, and that too seamlessly. There will be no any kind of distortion between you and your teammate. This is why I like Figma the most. And the second one is cloud-based accessibility. So what you can do is you can log in your Figma in anywhere in the world. You just need to log in the Figma account and you'll be able to access all the files which you have created in your Figma. Right, you just need to use the web version of Figma and you can log in your Figma account from anywhere in the world and you'll be able to access all the files which you have created in your Figma tool. That's the power of cloud based accessibility, right? And the last advantages which Figma provides is feedback and commenting. So it is kind of a collaborating feature where you provide a shareable link to your teammate, and after checking that, they can provide the feedback in the Figma tool itself. They can comment on a different elements, like they don't like the designing or they don't like the button size or font style. They can comment on every particular element available in your design, right? This is how collaborative Figma is. That's why I use and I prefer to use Figma, right? After this, here I have mentioned few points from the perspective of design teams or from a perspective of UI designer, which is design exploration and style consistency. So if you are into the designing, I mean the UI designing obviously, then brainstorming and iterate is very important part, where you need to brainstorm the designs, you need to brainstorm the different styles. So in that case, Figma is very useful because it provides you thousands of templates and thousands of designs from different designers all over the world. So overall, it helps you to get an brand new idea for your product, right? So for design exploration, Figma is very useful. And the second point is style consistency. Style consistency means Figma provides you a stable styling, stable designing, which helps you to make your design more robust and interactive, right? After this, there are few traits and few features that developers might like as well, because when you are into product designing, after designing the product, you need to pass that data, you need to pass everything to the developer team so that they can develop that product and make that product in reality, right? So Figma should also have some feature that can help developers to work flawlessly and create the product properly, right? So from developer side, Figma provides inspect features where you can easily inspect and extract design specifications, including dimensions, spacing, code snippet, and definitely it can help you to seamlessly develop the product, right? After this, there's the overall ecosystem of multiple plugins. You can install multiple plugins in your Figma, and definitely it helps you to work more efficiently and effectively. So these were the few features from the perspective of designers and developers, right? After this, here I have mentioned some extra data, like more than 140,000 companies use Figma right now, right? These days, Figma is one of the most popular and widely used UI designing tool, and it is more than 5 years when Figma come into existence. So this is overall the 5 years of innovation and continuous development that Figma is providing us today, right? So I hope you understood what is this Figma is, or Figma tool is exactly. Now from the next video, I'll show you how to use Figma, how you can create or how you can design user interface in Figma tool, right? So let's wait for the upcoming videos.
I hope you liked the content. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button and bell icon. Also, I will be meeting you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.